They need another faction to come and just two hard-hitting factions.
Well, they have the Final Testament, which is Karrion Cross's group. I'm not sure. Don't give me that face. Don't give me that face, Chef.
Is that a real group? I don't know.
They have the Final Testament, and that is a group that Karrion Cross and AOP is in. They also have the Pride, which is the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. And there's a group, and then they also have the OC, which are still there. Even though the OC mainly wrestles on NXT right now, but they are a SmackDown branded group. You know what I'm saying? So you have some potential feuds there. You know what I'm saying? You have some very good feuds that may happen. But we also got another faction, and more than likely this faction is going to be on Monday Night Raw, terrorizing everybody in their mama. And this is one that we've been speculating damn near seemed like for years. I mean, it's like we've been wanting to see this for the longest time, and it was Bray Wyatt and his group that he was starting, and we was kind of speculating on when it would happen, if they were going to go ahead and have the Wyatt Sicks is the group that I'm talking about, if they were going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. And soon as Bray Wyatt passed away, man, we thought that that was the end of that. You know what I'm saying? We thought that they might not do it, and they've been having some, huh?
Stop the blasphemy. I never thought that. You guys did. I kept saying it gonna come out. You guys said no. I'm a Bray Wyatt.
We wanted it to happen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We wanted it to happen. You know what I'm saying?
I never.
You never. Well, now it's happening, and now people have to prepare, and they put the whole locker room on notice. Do you hear me? Listen, Jay Uso was like, "Hey, look, Bray Wyatt, his family is here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no problems with them. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, they can have the Fireflies back." He was like, "Bray Wyatt is still my man. I'm gonna always, rep for Bray Wyatt." But he was like, his family is here, so yeah, I got to go. Skirt yeet. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm out of there. Jay wanted no problems with the Wyatt Sicks. And if you don't know what, look at this. This is not haunt your dreams. Are they not terrifying? I wouldn't want to cross them on a good day with a gun. You know what I'm saying? I would not want to cross any of it. And so if you want to know who's in the actual group, you have Bo Dallas, who is Uncle Howdy, right? And Uncle Howdy has been kind of terrorizing in the early parts of this year, early parts of last year, kind of terrorizing the Raw and SmackDown roster. Excuse me, mainly SmackDown. But you have Bo Dallas, you have Dexter Lumis, you also have Eric Redbeard, Joe Gacy, and Nikki Cross, scary looking ass. And they are the new Wyatt Sicks. Now, you can see why Jey Uso did not want to cross them. You can see why the Raw SmackDown locker room is going to be on notice. There are no other factions on Monday Night Raw that is going to be able to compete with them. And if they do it right, and they do the storyline right, and they do Bray Wyatt justice, then the legacy of Bray Wyatt will live on with this group, and they will be able to do some amazing things. I'm pretty sure that the Fireflies will come back. That creepy ass portal door to another scary ass world is back, and they are going to take some victims. Chef Showtime, what do you think about the Wyatt Six?
Man, I love it. I've been waiting forever. Now they're, what do you say? We're here.
We're here.
That that right there, I was like, oh my god. Then I laughed because when I seen how they did Chad Gable, that was funny.
They killed Chad Gable. Chad Gable had a bullet hole. I was like, what the hell did they hit Chad Gable with? It looked like somebody shot him. And he looked like he was dead in the back. And I'm like, ain't nobody gonna check on him. The refs ain't check on him. You know what I'm saying? Triple H did not come out of Gorilla to go check on a dead superstar in the back. It was really graphic. I mean, the whole thing. I think when I missed the actual full show, but then I started watching clips. And when I was watching clips, I was watching it at night, and I was like the intro. And then I was watching it, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna watch this scary shit in the morning. I think I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I don't need to watch it right now. I don't need those nightmares. They are. I think they're doing good. A lot of people are excited to see them and excited to see what they are able to do. But then the fact that Chad Gable was murdered on TV and then came the next week begging to the Alpha Academy to get back in, I thought that was funny. I'm like, won't you just dead in the back somewhere with a bullet hole in your head? What happened? How many lives do you have, Chad Gable?
They had made a meme for him right after. I'm like, man, that was fast.
That was fast. What kind of recovery is that? Chad Gable got to be a clone. That was Shorty G that we saw. That was dead in the back. I don't know. But man, I love seeing this. I want to see what Nikki Cross does. I think that's the interesting part. She's kind of been zoned out, and I was like, okay, they're about to do something big, and they about to do something with Nikki because it didn't make sense. She was in the rumbles in the middle of the ring, just standing there staring, all creepy. She has always been creepy, even since her NXT days. She's always been weird and creepy when she was with Sanity, and then she kind of had her NXT run, and then she came up to main roster, and we're just buddy friends, nice with everybody. She started off with Alexa Bliss being friends, and I guess tag team champion with Alexa Bliss, and then she kind of bounced around a little bit. She ended up finding her way when she was Nikki. What was it? Almost a superhero, Nikki Ash. You know what I'm saying? She was Nikki Ash for a while, where that character actually won her the women's title. And she was women's champion for a little bit. And then she turned into a bad guy, but she still had the superhero gimmick. And we was like, she need to go ahead and get rid of that. And she eventually did. Went back to the Nikki Cross character, still kind of played second fiddle. And now she is the only female in a horror group. I guess you would call them. She's the only female in this group of dominant characters. First of all, they have some great wrestlers, not just characters, but they have some great wrestlers in this faction. We're talking about Eric Redbeard, who was known as, I believe his name was Eric Rowan.
Yeah,
back in the day, it was Eric Rowan, and he was in a group.
The Bludgeon Brothers.
The Bludgeon Brothers. Yeah, he was in the Bludgeon Brothers. And he was a dominant figure. And up until they had him carrying around like I don't know, it was a cage. It was weird. At the end of his WWE career, he was carrying around some weird cage with some weird animal in it. And then they ended up being this gigantic spider or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was horrible. And then, once he left WWE, he started doing some things on the indie scene, and then he picked up the name Eric Redbeard. Now, I'm not sure if he's still going to go by the name Eric Redbeard, or he's just going to go back to his old name, Eric Rowan. But he is a monster on that squad. You also have Dexter Lumis, man. With Dexter Lumis has always had a creepy character, but Dexter Lumis can absolutely, positively go. and he's a great wrestler. I want to see what he does with this character, but it just fits so well. Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy is a great wrestler too, man. He's on the shorter side. I think he's probably the smallest out of all the three of these, but he can really talk. He can carry a storyline. He gives you shades of Bray Wyatt. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. And Joe Gacy can absolutely go in that ring. He's a great wrestler. And then Nikki Cross. Like I just gave Nikki her flowers, man. That's being a women's champion, but Bo Dallas is the one that I'm very interested in, and the vignette that he just cut was very emotional when they asked him about how he felt about his brother and his brother's death and his brother's legacy. Right? He just touched on it briefly, but I think that Bo Dallas is really going to shock and surprise people at how good his acting really is. And I think that anytime somebody comes in and they play this dumb half-witted character, and then they're able to show a different side of them, like Austin Theory. Austin Theory, when he was in NXT and when he was part of the Way, he was this dumb-witted kind of character. And then when he came to the main roster, he got with Seth Rollins when Seth Rollins was the Jesus character, the Messiah character. And then he broke off from that, and then he just started being this asshole that everybody loved to hate. And so that did wonders for him. So with Bo Dallas, I think the last character, he was trying to get people to vote for Bo Dallas or whatever the case may be. But Bo Lee. You know what I'm saying? But now he has an opportunity to show what he can really do. Now he has the opportunity to show that he can not only act, but he can also carry storylines, and that he can also go in that ring and he can wrestle. And so I'm excited to see where they go with that. They are absolutely going to terrorize Monday Night Raw. I don't see no other factions or groups stepping up to kind of take them on. Now they're kind of hinting at Chad Gable joining the Creed brothers, and they're going to be a great faction. But then all of that is null and void when you get an act like the Wyatt Sicks in there. So I 100% believe that a lot of people are going to start clicking up for protection, just like when the Bloodline was going around terrorizing the roster. I 100% believe that they are going to push talent into a new way, but they got some new players that they can play with, and I'm excited about that. So let us know what you guys think about the Wyatt Sicks, and if they are going to be a real player on Monday Night Raw. I think that the whole group will. I think that the group, it'll be good if they elevate. Oh, I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Judgment Day is on Monday Night Raw. It's only a matter of time before they cross paths. You don't think so? You don't think that the Judgment Day and the Wyatt Sicks are going to cross paths at some point?
They're going to cross paths. But think about it. The Judgment Day, then you got the Wyatt Sicks. It's not fair at all. It's like a pit bull versus a chihuahua.
I mean, you got some good matchups there, man. If I had to kind of call it out, I mean, you got all right. So you got Bo Dallas, and Bo Dallas can either go against Finn Balor,
okay,
which would be a good one for Bo Dallas. Finn Balor. You got Dexter Lumis. You know what I'm saying? So with Dexter Lumis, I think that Big Head Bobby. What's my man name?
All right, JD Madonna.
JD Madonna. Oh, bobblehead Bobby. Yeah, JD Madonna. I think they'll be a great matchup because they both came from NXT. They're both familiar with each other. But JD Madonna is he's great in that ring, man. I think that a lot of people, since he came to main roster, he's not really a threat, but he was definitely a threat on NXT. And then Dexter Lumis is just creepy, man. So I think that they can have some really good ones. You're doing Giant versus Giant. You got Eric Redbeard. You know what I'm saying? Versus the the champ, Damian Priest. They can put on a banger of a match as well. And then even Damian Priest and Bo Dallas, I think they can do some really good things. Um, you got Joe Gacy and I don't know, Carlito, maybe. That's,
So,
that's cool. Or Dominic. Joe Gacy and Dominic. Joe
uh,
Gacy and yeah, Joe Gacy and Dominic could be
that's
something.
disrespectful. That's disrespectful. No, no,
Is
no.
it?
Respect
Is
Joe
it
Gacy.
really?
Yes,
I
Joe
think
Gacy
Joe
is
Gacy and
different.
Dominic could be good.
Nah, Joe Gacy. I'll give Dominic Nikki Cross. You know what I mean?
Oh, shame. Shame. Shame on you, Chef.
Because Joe Gacy, he has the skills. He has a lot of skills. He just from when he was in NXT, he was a mouthpiece. He was talking all the damn time. But he can wrestle.
He can wrestle.
But against Dominic, that's not no.
I think that Joe Gacy and Dominic would be good because Joe Gacy can definitely taunt Dominic and make it kind of crazy. And then you got Nikki Cross, man, and when Mommy comes back, Nikki Cross versus Rhea Ripley, and they were former tag team. I believe they were champions at one point. Mm-hmm. They were former tag team champions. So it would be interesting to see Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley or Nikki Cross and Liv, because it looks like Liv is kind of trying to wiggle her way into Judgment Day and take over Mommy's domain. You know what I mean? She's been having these very sexual segments with Dominic Mysterio. You know what I'm saying? Where she's giving Dominic her room key. She's jumping on Dominic and accidentally laying on top of him, sending him pictures on his phone that even Carlito was like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Going around calling Dominic daddy and wearing a shirt that says daddy's girl. Taunting Rhea and saying when Rhea comes back, I'm going to take everything that she has and everything that she wants. Meaning she's starting with Dominic Mysterio. So I can definitely see Liv Morgan versus Nikki Cross if they do allow Liv Morgan to come into Judgment Day. So Judgment Day versus the Wyatt Sicks is not too far-fetched, Chef. And I think that the only group that's going to be able to stand up to the Wyatt Sicks is Judgment Day. Ponder on that, put a quarter in it, stamp it, come back to it. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see how that pans out. But I'm excited for the Wyatt Sicks, man. I think that this is very creative, and we've been asking for more things from creative. And I think that this group is absolutely one of the things that's going to push WWE into this new R-rated era. You know what I'm saying? And you have two mouthpieces in this group in Bo Dallas and Joe Gacy. And I think that they are going to terrorize and scare the hell out of kids. So they are going to haunt some people's dreams, 100%.
They should have made Joe Gacy the Rumbling Rabbit, because the Rumbling Rabbit is always talking the Firefly Funhouse. You know,
yeah. Hold on, let me go back. Let me just make sure who is the Rambling Rabbit, because from what I see,
is Gacy.
No, the Rambling Rabbit.
No, the Rambling Rabbit is
Redbeard.
Yeah, and he don't talk. He don't talk like that though.
I don't even remember Eric Redbeard even talking. I can't even remember a time of him talking. And I think that he has, but it's not really memorable. It's always been angry. You know what I'm saying?
Luke Harper used to talk for him when it was the Bludgeon Brothers. Luke Harper.
Absolutely. Luke Harper, and he's very well missed on the WWE product and AEW. Luke Harper did some great things within his tenure with both companies, man. And I think that the impact that he's had on both rosters, man, has been definitely monumental, and it's still celebrated to this day. But Eric Redbeard or Eric Rowland, as Rambling Rabbit. We'll see. We'll see how that pans out. I would love to put him to bring the Firefly Funhouse back and put
Yeah,
Bo Dallas in that spot, but I'm not sure how that will look, and I'm not sure if Bo Dallas will be able to carry that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I love the Firefly Funhouse. I was the fan of it. You know what I mean? I loved watching it each and every week, especially when Bray Wyatt had the belt. It just was always interesting. And I think that he was probably one of the more memorable uh, champions that we've had prior to Roman Reigns because of what he was able to do with the storylines, how he was able to push the talent, and what he was able to do with that belt, man. So Bray Wyatt definitely had a memorable reign. And so, question: who do you see them possibly putting the belt on within the Wyatt Six?
it will finish. I think it will finish the Wyatt Six story, like Bray Wyatt legacy, if they give it to Bo Dallas. If they get to give it to Bo Dallas. Because
Okay.
Uncle Howdy, remember Uncle Howdy made Bray Wyatt lose the belt.
Ah. Aha. Aha. Yeah, kind of a little bit. I think that the untimely death of Bray Wyatt, uh, man, that was hard in itself. But I know that fans really wanted to see more from Bray Wyatt, and they wanted to see something great. Um, I know we were waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? So now this is the possibility that we were asking for the WWE to do something, and they can absolutely elevate Bray Wyatt's legacy through the Wyatt Six if it is done right. You know what I'm saying? I think they hired a horror writer. I can't remember his name. I know we did a story on it a couple of months ago, but they hired a horror writer to write for Bray Wyatt. I'm not sure if he's still with the company, but if he is, then he can pick up this whole Wyatt Six thing and make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Best Damn Nation, let us know what you think about the Wyatt Six and this whole thing.